Here is Holiday, and there's the pass to Middleton. The kick out to Holiday. No good on that one. Nice D from Cousins. Leonard inside, defended by DiVincenzo. And it's Leonard missing. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Holiday against Beverly. Middleton outside.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end too.
Now here's Leonard, takes a three. It's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Holiday against Beverly. And Holiday, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Great speed and tricks on the drive. Holiday excels at putting defenses in those compromising positions.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Milwaukee has possession. George against Giannis. For 3, Middleton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now the Clippers on the break. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Cousins.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Holiday surveying the floor. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Holiday against Leonard, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Giannis, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's DiVincenzo. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Beverly against Holiday. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on the shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
George scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Holiday against Beverly. Back to Holiday. Shoots the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 11 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and Lopez gets it to go.
Able to just go right over the top. I mean, the big man, Lopez, doing work.
12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. George finds Leonard. Puts up a three. Doesn't go for him. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is shown. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James, Giannis had this to say.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Bobby Portis out there with Antetokounmpo. And there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the two-guard spot. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. Defense right on him. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Teague. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Beverly dishes to Morris. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Ibaka. Pass to Beverly. Clock at 6. Here's Mann. Inside. Here's Ibaka. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
And there's the feed to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Beverly, and he converts the layup.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly there.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. The Bucks also with the sub. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Teague, the pass to Connaughton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes both free throws. The Clippers trail. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kennard finds Ibaka. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
This one for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. For 3, Middleton. Morris with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Pass to Kennard. Back to Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Jackson. Lopez. It's good on the putback. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Here's Mann. Now Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the shot goes down.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Passes it to Holiday. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson finds Kennard. Shoots over DiVincenzo. The offensive rebound. Shot's good by Ibaka.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
The pass to DiVincenzo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And Leonard gets it to go.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 4. Jackson kicks to Leonard, and he could not get that one to go. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on. And then they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
George against DiVincenzo, and George gets it to go.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Middleton looking it over. Back to Holiday. Antetokounmpo up top. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside Leonard, Zubac, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Giannis throws it down.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
DiVincenzo against George. A three from Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Well, he is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
Leonard inside, defended by Middleton. And it's Leonard missing. Bucks trail by 9, stolen by Jackson. Takes the 13-footer, rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Holiday, here we go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of a game.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Good work there as it goes.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Holiday against Zubac. Holiday up top. He's got 5. Count it. Good. Holiday's got 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Leonard draws the double. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Tips it. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his first basket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. "11 seconds left in the third quarter. Beverly feeling it out a bit. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Bucks trail by 10. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
6 to shoot. Kennard for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. 2 points. That one goes. Teague's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. Now the pass to Morris. Off target from 3-point range. On offense, here are the Bucks. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers leading by 8. Beverly with the ball. Ibaka goes in. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Teague dishes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Connaughton. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Morris. Man passes to Kennard. From outside the arc. That shot off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Beverly finds Ibaka. No good from 11 feet. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Connaughton. Count that bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Man passes to Ibaka. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And what's interesting about Ibaka, he's played basketball internationally ever since joining the NBA back in 08. In fact, he won a silver medal with Spain in 2012.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Holiday up top, defended by Beverly. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Offensive rebound, Bucks. The shot comes out.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Beverly against Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Lopez. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Bucks trail by 10. Outside Holiday. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Clippers moving the ball around. George passes to Zubac. He feeds it to Leonard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. 1:09 left here in the 4th quarter. So halt the run. And again, the Bucks miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it. Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
And Beverly kicks to George. And it's off from three-point range. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis for three. The shot, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. On out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now here's Harden. Cousins pulls it in. Leonard against Harris. It's good. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. 5 on the clock. Durant attacking and finished off by KD.
Man, he is working them over on the inside. I'll tell you this. Kevin Durant every year gets more comfortable with the physicality of defenders. Incredible.
Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And Jordan sends it back.
The DJ twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Cousins. Beverley wide open. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Great communication on the alley-oop.
Jordan's confidence has just grown over the course of his career. DeAndre, for much of it, averaged less than 5 points per game, especially those first couple of years. Look at him now.
Now here's Leonard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here is Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below! DeAndre Jordan's athleticism is simply unreal. You want evidence? Go check out his posterization of Mr. Brandon Knight.
And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Outside for George. To the paint, here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you think back to DeMarcus Cousins' career. Because of his skill set on the low block, he has spent a lot of time at the foul line.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now, here is Harden. Passes to Brown. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Jordan the pass to KD. Good.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now, here's George. There's the dish to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
George against Brown, and George, here we go, count it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. Harris looking it over to the middle, stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. And George kicks to Beverly. Off the left rim and out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Harris finds Durant. Down low. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From the line. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
And it's Beverly missing. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
That's no good, and he's 3 for 5.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Outside for George. Back to Leonard. Shoots from the line. The rebound by KD. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. It's hauled in by Zubac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And the second quarter will be... And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves? And
well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Green. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the center position.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. And Doris, make no mistake about it, Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
Jackson down low, covered by Irving. Shots good by Ibaka.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Dinwiddie passes to Irving, and the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Irving for 3. Claxton, nice move. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Now here is Ibaka. Kennard for three. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
Jackson against Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton to the inside. Griffin inside. Patterson on him. Griffin's shot is off.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
They grab their own miss. And Serge Ibaka again. Ibaka's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Irving with a clean look sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And now the Clippers on the break. The shot's good from Kennard. And it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Irving against Jackson. Irving passes to Claxton, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
When Kyrie Irving comes off that pick and roll, he has so much attention on him due to his speed that it results in a lot of easy shots for the guys around him.
Now here's Jackson. Pulls up. Again, Los Angeles.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Irving against Jackson. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clippers leading by 5. Finished off the break. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Outside Griffin. To the paint. Here's Claxton, and he jams it with authority.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Here's Kennard, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Serge Ibaka has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 6. Now Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hits the three-point bomb.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
Now here's Beverly. The pass to Cousins. Knocked away. Leonard, the pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. And Beverly kicks to Zubats. 8 feet away. And Beverly finishes it off. Beverly's got his first bucket of the night.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The deep 3 from Harden. He's off on that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Beverly, the pass to George. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the dunk by Brown.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Leonard dishes to Cousins. The rebound by KD. Nets trail by 3. Here's Jordan. No good that time. 18 that time from Leonard. And George kicks to Beverly. From the baseline. The shot by George, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lobbed up there for Durant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
Leonard looking over the floor. And Jordan sends it back.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Nets.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Durant kicks to Harris. Pass to Brown. Inside. Jordan goes straight through the defender for the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Los Angeles. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, look out.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Leonard, true on the 14-footer. Leonard's got 8 points.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Harden against Beverly. Pass to Brown. To the middle. Here's Durant. That shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers.
You're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
Now here's Durant. 8 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
I think Kevin Durant prides himself on doing everything at an elite level. And really, think about how he's improved his defense in the prime of his career.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Jackson. He's got 6. And the shot goes in. 8 points for him.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Patterson against KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Kevin Durant is so crafty. He is outstanding at forcing the issue and drawing fouls.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Claxton. Here's Dinwiddie. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 1. We'll be back shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And then Durant with the dunk.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Jackson passes to Patterson. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn leading by 3. And here's Irving. And he banks in the layup.
You know, there's an inner drive and an inner burn to Kyrie Irving. This guy can make difficult shots because he's driven to be great.
Kennard with the ball. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Brown. And here's the fast break. Outside for Jackson. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Griffin. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Griffin's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn. Jackson looking around. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Green. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
The putback. The putback.
I love the edge with which Serge Ibaka plays defense. He covers a ton of ground.
Count the basket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
George against Harden. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
George against Irving. Kicks it out to Leonard. And foul on the shots. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Zubac, that's good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Let's remember, this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Harden scanning the floor. Fires from the corner. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Beverly, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Kevin Durant.
And we know Patrick Beverly is one of those guys you love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverly has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
Now here's Durant on the wing. Harden. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Passes it to Beverly. George against Irving. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from George.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line. At his absolute best.
To the paint. That one falls.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
George finds Leonard. To tie it up. It counts. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Harden against Beverly, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Harden draws the double to the inside. Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. 4 on the clock. And it's Harden slamming it down.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morris inside. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now, here's Lillard. There's the triple. Another shot. Covington finds Powell. Back to Covington. Clock at 6. Leonard with the steal. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Robert Covington picks one up.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is. But no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
And here's McCollum for 3. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
And perhaps the best defender in the NBA. Leonard's huge hands and quick instincts help him grab a ton of steal.
Now here's Lillard. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. George against McCollum. Zubac kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. 6 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
George passes to Zubac. And Batum kicks to Leonard. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's McCollum. The shot by Lillard, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Leonard inside. Powell on him. And Covington sends it back. McCollum dishes to Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
Down low, here's Covington, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's Nurkic. Paul George making his last shot. Nurkic can't hit, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the evening, and so he hits both. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Jackson finds Kennard. The pass to Ibaka. And that one, good.
Well, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. He doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Ibaka. That one misses. That will count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point. Pass to man. Now, here's Kennard.
Nice touch from Kennard. I mean, lethal mid-range shooter and given a chance to let it fly.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson after Enes Kanter's miss.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
And so here are the Clippers after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Ibaka, the pass to man. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Off target from outside. And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. There's Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. He's perfect from the line this time. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Now Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside for George. 5 to shoot. Beverly the pass to George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 9.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. A 3 from McCollum. Dives for it. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to Zubac. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. Feeds it to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers trail by 6. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Lillard from outside. That shot off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. 1:03 left here in the second. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's Leonard. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Beverly against Lillard. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Leonard finds George. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 12. And a wide open look for McCollum. Here's Covington. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
What confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
From deep, George. Offensive rebound.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
McCollum outside. Outside, Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Covington's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers. And we finished 1/2 of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, and you think about how...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
They've got Jackson. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now here's Lillard. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Here's Kennard. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Puts it up from 17. No good off the back of the rim.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Here's Jackson. The Blazers getting the bucket. From downtown, Ibaka. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Covington passes to McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
McCollum is used to getting hit. Got to respect his ability to draw contact on the way up.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the muscle from Jackson on that play? Even with the contact, he knocked the bucket down easily.
Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Portland. And that one falls for Jackson. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Outside Anthony. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Now here is Ibaka. Man passes to Ibaka. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. 9-point game. Here's Cantor. Right side Jones. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. Lays it up and banks it in. Hollis-Jefferson's got 8 points.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake and then off to the races.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. George with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss. And now Portland on the break. And here we go. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Zubac. The feed to Batum. Outside, George. Nobody near Leonard. Buries it from 3-point range. 15 points in the game.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. And it's Simons missing. Clippers leading by 8. Releases from 15. Another miss by Leonard. Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. A nice shot by Simons.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
LA has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Leonard looking over the floor. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Outside Anthony. From deep three-point range, the shot misses. Here's Leonard, and so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And Leonard gets it to go.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard with it. Pass to McCollum. Fires the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Just shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
A floater. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Lillard misses. Clippers leading by 10. Outside, George. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Covington. He kicks it to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. George with the bucket.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
McCollum against George. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Covington against Leonard. And here is Zubac. Outside, George. Shoots from the high post, and it's the Clippers scoring again. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And it goes down 2 points.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
A different look for the Clippers. Jackson against Lillard. And there's the pass to Ibaka. Now Kennard lets it go with the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Yep, that one goes in there.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
And it's Lillard missing. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
McCollum outside. From past the arc. They get it again. Second shot opportunity, and Nurkic lays it in.
Now, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
And, guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson. Clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Sinks the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And David.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Patrick Patterson, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the five. Here's Holiday. Leonard with the steal. And these teams both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking. Do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play. How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
George finds Patterson. That's good for George on the assist by Patterson. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here is Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
That is a vicious dunk from Holiday there. When you give him room to run, he can take off just like that.
And George, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Now we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
Now here is George. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Lopez outside, and the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. It's good from long range.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Leonard looking over the floor. Kept alive. Zubac fires the 3. And it's Leonard missing. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's DiVincenzo.
Nice to see Patterson make a difference on the defensive end of the floor, staying with his man.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Beverly against Holiday. And it's blocked.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
And Giannis gets it to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's George. He has 6. Outside Leonard. Doesn't go that time. Giannis with some nice D. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Inside. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. A miss that time would have put him up. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Leonard dishes to Patterson. And the rejection by Giannis. Milwaukee is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Holiday throws it down.
And don't forget about Drew Holiday. He's got some ups, more than capable of getting up there to the rim.
George passes to Leonard. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's Leonard missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. The three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers trail. Zubac, the pass to Patterson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And that one's good. Beverly.
Able to stretch the floor with that three-point shot. Beverly looking to capitalize from the perimeter as often as possible.
Now here is Holiday. Kick out to Giannis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Los Angeles. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward. And Teague's got the ball here for the Bucks. It's a three-point game. Up top, Portis. Pass to Forbes. Bucks passing it around. Outside Portis. A three ball. Drills the three-pointer. Portis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Jackson finds Kennard. Back to Jackson. And here's Kennard. No good with the triple.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Portis can't get it to go. LA's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Second chance shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Now Morris, after the missed 3 from Bobby Portis. Here's Connaughton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Tucker. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Portis. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Portis has got 5 now.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Jackson. That shot, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Passes it to Connaughton. Tucker with the ball. Morris is there. And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Banked in off the glass. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And the fantastic end-to-end speed of Ibaka. So hard for opposing bigs to keep up with.
To the left wing. Here is Forbes. Kennard covering. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And here is Los Angeles now, following the shot by Drew Holiday.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here is Holiday. Lopez outside. And the Bucks miss again.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And the Bucks miss again. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Count it. Kennard's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Holiday. Here's Lopez.
And speed and effort level. Two things.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a rope. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Giannis outside. And they double up Giannis. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with possession here. They trail by 6. On the wing, Giannis. 5 on the clock. And that one drops for him. Giannis has got 8 points.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
And the pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Bucks trail by 6. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. Zubac kicks to George. Up top, Leonard. Dishes to Beverly. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. Leonard dishes to Patterson. Back to Leonard. Over Middleton. Misses off the right iron.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
George finds Zubac, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that.
Holiday against Beverly. Knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Patterson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Beverly against Holiday. A 3 for DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers leading by 4. Back to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. The shot by George, no good. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here is Holiday. The wide open look here for Lopez. The three-pointer no good. DiVincenzo against George. Basket good.
And Paul George in the mid-range area just dominating that possession.
On the wing, Giannis. And the Bucks miss again. Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Leonard with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
And here's Leonard from 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Now the Bucks moving it up. Middleton leading the charge. And Giannis throws it down.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 4. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Looking to get it going. Leonard, no luck.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them. That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now T. The 3. And that one is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside, George. And it's Zubac atop the key. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Leonard. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from George. And he gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 10-point game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And that one's good. George. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself. Clippers leading by 10. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson with it. Kennard on the wing. The 11-footer pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Kennard's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hands it from downtown. And it's 8 points for Bobby Portis.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mann. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Kennard for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Los Angeles.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots
to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
Pass to Ibaka. Here's man. On the wing, Morris. From the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Ibaka for three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now, here's DiVincenzo. So the Clippers with the win. And in the win, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. And the Clippers starting five. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in a two-guard. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the one. Now here's Jordan. Back to Harden. Harden with the stuff.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Leonard looking over the floor. George against Harden. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Brooklyn with the ball. Harden the pass to Brown. Back to Harden. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
Here's Beverley. James Harden picking up that last basket. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him. Beautiful catch and shoot from Kevin Durant. He's one of those guys that can do it consistently every night.
George dishes to Leonard. He gets that one.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Brown drives in, and two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his first free throw of the game.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
And Brown drops them both. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. George passes to Patterson. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Jordan. And that one is good from Zubac. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And here's Harden for 3. Excellent D there from George.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. Back to Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good from Harden.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now here's Leonard. From the wing, here's Zubac. Here's Patterson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
George against Harden. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Patterson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with no one around. And the shot is long. And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2 and finished off by KD.
The long strides of Durant gliding through the lane. Throw it down, big fella.
Here's Beverly. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Beverly's got 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here is Harden. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The shot by George, wide open. No good on the triple. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. KD looking around. Offensive rebound.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And it's blocked by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris has got the ball. And now the Clippers on the break. Patterson dishes to Leonard. Outside for George. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Man in at the small forward. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
But they get it back. From deep, the tray.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets trail by 3. There's the pass to Claxton. Bobbed up there for Green.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season and still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
The 3 from Morris. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Clippers leading by 3. Here's Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Dinwiddie. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. On the wing, Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. To the inside, Zubac. It's good.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
It's deflected. Here's Irving, and it's sent back by George. Leonard with the ball. Now Green defending. Beverly finds Zubac. George, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And it's Irving missing. Clippers leading by 3. Down low by himself. And it's George finishing it off.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Out to Harris, to the paint. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Putting a little something extra on that one. DeAndre Jordan adding to his highlight reel.
Outside Leonard. But they recover it. Down low. Patterson passes to Beverly. Back to Patterson. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
When Beverly first entered the league, he struggled to read the action in pick and roll. Now it's a different story.
Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. So that'll be it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
We've got Harden. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Harris in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Back to Harden. Outside for KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And DeAndre is going up for the dunk. No one is stopping him. He's one of the most powerful dunkers this game has ever seen.
Brown against Beverly. Stolen by Harden. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And George gets it to go.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Harden surveying the D. Outside, KD. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And no hesitation attacking the defense. Body to body, Durant with an impressive finish.
Leonard inside. KD's on him. And it's Leonard missing. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
George dishes to Leonard. Outside for George. Off target from outside.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Tries again. Durant. That's good. KD's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. The 3. They get the rebound. Patterson, that's good.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Now Harden. He's got 8. From deep. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Back to Durant. Down kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Los Angeles shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
In OKC, Paul George showed he can be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Passes to Claxton. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Green finds Irving. From 12 feet out. Jump shot is good. And the Nets lead by 2.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Irving against Jackson. Pass to Claxton. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
Irving against Jackson. For the lead, Morris. A tip in on the offensive rebound. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the 3 spot.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Ibaka. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. He doesn't hit that one. Dinwiddie drives in. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists tonight. Jackson with it. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
At the line for your Nets.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie.
I mean, another one for KD. Terrific scoring night, even for him.
Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Harden's got the ball.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Brooklyn.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And here's Harden. Beyond the arc. Jordan the pass to Irving. Harris against Leonard. 6 to shoot. A second chance effort. And Durant finishes inside. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
George against Harden. Brooklyn with the ball. This run now up to 13-2. And finished off by KD.
Beautifully orchestrated play. You put Durant at the finishing end of anything, it's probably a good idea.
And a deep 3 from George. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Harden against George. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Durant against Batum. Just 4 to shoot. And again, it's good. Durant with a 3. Durant's got 17 now, just in the second half. Outside, George. Fires the 3. That doesn't go either for George.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Durant kicks to Harden. Back to KD. 1:16 left in the fourth. The pass to Irving. From deep 3-point range. Kicks it out to Harden. Outside Durant. Pass to Irving. From downtown. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
The shot by George, no good. Here is Harden. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. Lillard outside. Off target from three-point range. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And George kicks to Beverly. Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the pass to Beverly. Misses the 3. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to George. Kicks it out to Leonard from outside the arc. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard looking around. And Portland again with the bucket.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
A 3 from Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Powell dishes to Covington. Back to Powell. Outside Covington. He kicks it to Powell. On the high post. They get it back. No good on that one. The Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Covington against Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
I love scorers who want to seek contact. Kawhi Leonard consistently in the top 20 in free throw attempts.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
Powell kicks to Nurkic over Ibaka. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And here's Leonard from 3. The shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Covington down low, working on Ibaka. Covington's shot is off. LA has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. They blow the whistle and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
Lillard outside. Passes it to McCollum. And the three off target.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Here's Lillard. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots. 15 seconds left to play in the first. Leonard looking over the floor. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Lillard outside. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Puts up a 3. That shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Simons. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Zubac. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Kennard. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
Simons surveying the D. Yes, that goes in. And here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Jacks up a 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 4. Anthony with it. Guarded now by Morris. Anthony against Morris. Anthony down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Jackson down low. And Jones sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Count that one. And it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, Enes Kanter's size and finishing ability, it takes a lot to knock him off his path to the rim.
Kennard, the pass to man. Kennard against Jones. Here's Zubac. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Simons. Hollis Jefferson finds Anthony. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, he's so tough to defend without fouling. Melo puts the defenders in tough spots.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And Anthony drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kennard's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to Cantor. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. And they pick up two.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation from Melo on the catch and shoot.
And they double up Jackson. It's stolen by Jones. Jumps up. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Yep, it counts. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Hollis Jefferson. Here's George, and McCollum with the block. And they're able to recover, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Serge Ibaka. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. McCollum against George. McCollum outside, 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Second free throw, no good.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Chalk up 2 there.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Lillard with it. 8 points for him. 12 seconds left in the first half. And Lillard gets double teamed. And so it's Portland with a 10. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points and 1 assist. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers... And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2. Powell, that's good.
I'll tell you, love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
George dishes to Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
They get it again. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. That one's good from the corner. McCollum's got 5.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
George dishes to Beverly. Nurkic against George. And Ibaka kicks to George. That one a little long.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Powell finds Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Covington passes to Powell. McCollum against Beverly. McCollum dishes to Lillard. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 15. And George, here we go, shoots over Lillard. And there's Paul George on the assist from Batum.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
McCollum finds Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
Outside Leonard. The pass to Zubac. On the wing, Batum. Off target with his 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
To the middle. Covington passes to Nurkic. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Here's Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, one thing that there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Jackson, Ibaka right side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Don't you just love the gritty nature of Ibaka's game? This guy easily draws contact thanks to his aggressiveness.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
40 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Anthony. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Simons. 8 points for him. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Ibaka outside. Excellent D from Cancer. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Anthony is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Ennis Cantor. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Ibaka. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his fifth rebound in this one. Pass to Simon. Over to the left wing. And he dunks it down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Jackson, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Simons. Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Ibaka outside. Dishes to Morris. And it's good, 2 points. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Powell. Here's Simons. Guarded by Jackson. The shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Kennard for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Outside Jackson. 11 feet away, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Trailblazers leading by 14. Outside Anthony. Pass to Powell. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Powell. 1:15 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simons. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers trail by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
Ibaka, the pass to Man. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And that one is hammered home.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Outside Jackson. The three. Misses the shot.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
Thank you.